Today, I want to talk about some of the native Hawaiian plants in the food forest here. And other than the fruit trees, the native Hawaiian plants are the most abundant in my yard. First one here is the mamaki, which is a Hawaiian nettle. You can make some tea out of it. And I originally planted it to attract the native Hawaiian Kamehameha butterfly, but even those are pretty hard to find now with the birds around this area attacking and eating them. Most of the Hawaiian plants have come from Haiku Maoli Ola, which is a native Hawaiian plant nursery here close to my house. The goal of getting these native Hawaiian plants was trying to repopulate some of the native species and having pollinator flowers to attract birds and bees and flies that will help with the fruit trees in the yard. So I'm going to talk about some successes, some failures here in the food forest. First, some successes is the uki uki, which is the almost like a Hawaiian iris. Let me walk around here to show it. So from the original planting, it kind of propagates itself and it's easy to grow. It's in a bunch of shade. Right over there, I'll point to it there. It produces these beautiful flowers. And just take cuttings and kind of put it in other areas of the yard to kind of expand. Right there. And some failures, some plants just didn't make it. I had a couple Ilima which I think were just planted in not enough sun, and the surrounding plants grew a lot faster than it, and both died. The native gardenia has been pretty finicky for me. This one's been okay. This one was attacked by aphids and just never fully recovered. What else here? Yeah, some of them just don't seem to be growing well. This is an Aiea. I thought I'd give it enough sun, but so far it's not really doing much for me. And what else here? Some of them are surprisingly fast growers. A bunch of the hibiscus. The native red hibiscus grows pretty fast, along with the white. Show you the white, sorry guys. Right there. And some of the slower growers are some of the ohia. This one's I think a couple years old, but some of the other ones are pretty small yet. And then I think I mentioned some of the other fast growers in the garden is the haula and a couple of the ground covers. Akia. And the pohinahina and the ma'o. They grow really fast. One more is this ha'o, which is related to the plumeria, except the flowers are a lot smaller. And some of the other slow growers is this kolea here, which doesn't seem to be doing too well. Got some sooty mold on top of it there. So along with that, we do have a couple other trees we found from some local parks. One is the kamani nut, which Kimo brought from the park and kind of threw around the yard. And they've just kind of sprung up everywhere. The trees do get huge, but let me find some couple seedlings. We're going to keep them small for now. Here's one little one there. And we have a couple that's about like 6-7 feet tall, just in pots that he's brought home. And also a kukui nut, small kukui nut there. And try growing that in the yard, see how that turns out. And other than that, the only other thing I've had issues with some of the native Hawaiian plants is its flowering. Some of them have not yet flowered. I'm not really sure why. It's been maybe a little bit less than a year. But even with this huge hau'ula that has not flowered yet, the ma'o, that Hawaiian cotton, still has not flowered yet as well. I'm not really sure why, because they are huge. The only one that I kind of had some success with flowering is this little ohia lehua there. The other ones have not. I tried to buy all different sorts of varieties. There's another one. There. This one's not really doing too well. There. And the only duplicate I have are that one there and this one, kind of in the middle of the Akia. I bought them because they're red. The Miko, the new growth, looks really good. Other than that, that's pretty much, I think, all of my native Hawaiian plants here. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.